Hello everyone, it's Simmuz here, and we are in the new beautiful speed build for The Sims. I know I neglected a little bit The Sims, as in a game in general, because many other games came before, and yeah, so I wanted to give you The Sims 4 fans a little something new. And I decided to create Venice, not like the whole entire city, because of course it's not possible, but like a little place part of Venice. Like there are a couple of bridges, a couple of canals, and some buildings. And the idea is, to give the feeling of being in Venice. Since if you guys don't know it, I'm Italian. I want to give you some experience of, living in Italy. And I want to try and give you the idea of how Venice looks like if you've never been there. If you have been there, I have been in Venice a couple of times. It's a beautiful city, and if you are able to visit it, please do. It's amazing. And you won't be disappointed, at least I wasn't. It was really beautiful. And it's not just because it's a beautiful Italian city, it's also the atmosphere there is, I don't know, it's just amazing. But yeah, I wanted to start building a couple of bridges. As you can see, I'm doing them right now. The bridges are different from each other because if you ever been to Venice, or if you know anything about Venice, you know there are a lot of bridges because there are a lot of canals, and all the bridges are different because, of course, every bridge has like its history. It's different and unique. So that's the reason I'm building different bridges. So this one is a bit more large and elaborated, while the other it's a bit more normal. And talking already about the houses that you'll see, one of the houses being built, I tried to make them as Italian as I could. Because I want to give really the effect of an Italian house. So you'll see, I'm going to explain everything while I'm building it. Right now I am, just lining the houses on this plaza. The idea is to have like a big plaza here with all the canals around. This, the layout, it's already done. It's this layout here. I'm probably going to add another building on the other side of the canal on the right side, just to give another effect, like it's actually like a city and it's actually continuing. It's not just this like square. But yeah, sorry if I cut it out a little bit, but it was really boring, me just figuring out the layout. And right now I'm putting, this is going to be the roof, because in Venice there are not many like super pointy roofs. I mean, there are some roofs that are pointy, but yeah, it doesn't look as great as having flat roofs. But so that's the reason I used flat roofs. And I used this old looking door, which is amazing actually. It looks very nice, and it looks very old. And since Venice is a very, very old city, if you don't know, it actually fits in very nicely. So as you can see, I'm working on this building, which is the first building we will be actually, working on. Since I'm working on this building, we will be working on this building. And yes, so I'm trying to make a layout that first actually makes sense, and second, it has like the characteristic of an Italian house, which is not easy actually at all. Because we have pretty weird houses if you compare them to, the rest of the world. Because we have usually kitchen and like dining room separated, and living room separated. Like every room has its space, and at least all the houses. I live in a new apartment, and my apartment actually has an open space. So yeah, I should not be saying that, but yeah, it's fine. So I'm just figuring out the layout right now, and I want to have a couple of bedrooms. They are not stylized, like I don't plan to have any Sims living here, and since I have not created any Sims, I don't have any like way to express their personality in a room. So the rooms are kind of bland, kind of normal. You can, if you want to download this build, when it's done, it's not done already. But if you when it's done, and you'll know it because I'm going to post the last episode. When it's done, you will be able to change it up and add things for your Sims if you want to make them live in a house, and delete maybe the other houses or just close them down so they just live in the one you want. But anyway, so putting in some normal doors, nothing special, just doors. And what's the first thing that we're doing? Okay. The first thing that I wanted to do is putting lighting for sure, because I want to see what I'm doing, because it's actually a pretty dark house, because since it's in the middle of two other houses, you don't have that much light coming in. And this one is the kitchen, this room here. This is a bathroom, and the other big room all around these two, it's the living room. And yeah, as you can see, I'm working on this bathroom, putting in everything that you need. I love the old styled stuff that there is on the Sims 4, in the Sims 4, and it's from the base game, I think, which is very nice. I should have used the, how's it called? Glamour, no, the vintage style glam stuff pack, that one, but I have none, so yeah. I'm using some parquet in the open areas of the rooms, and using, of course, some tiles in the kitchen and in the bathroom, which is very common in Italy. And I use these old looking walls, because we don't rest. I'm kidding. I was about to say that we don't redo our houses, but it's not true. There are many houses in Italy that are very modern. But yeah, I wanted to give a little bit of an older style, since it's in Venice. I want to give it a Venetian style, at least inside. So yeah, this is the kitchen, modern stuff inside. I want to use the marble for the countertops, because of course we have marbles basically in every countertops, because marble is the fucking greatest thing ever invented for kitchens. I don't know. I discovered that I cannot use the move objects cheat on the microwave, because it only sits on the counter. So yeah, I wanted to make it float, but it's fine. Now I'm using moving some decoration in, adding the sink, because you need a sink in the kitchen. It's not a house if you don't have a sink in the kitchen. I'm sorry. It's a pet peeve that I have. I know that sometimes you may not see me putting a actual sink in the kitchen, but it's because it doesn't fit. But usually I want it. But yeah. So I'm moving this stuff around. It was a little bit difficult because of the counters, but if you move them out and place them with the move objects, you can actually work something out. So this is more or less the kitchen, adding some other details like a plant, I think, painting inside, because, a clock, which is very kitchen-y. You need clocks in the kitchen because you want to know when the pasta is ready. So yeah, sounding very racist. Don't worry, I'm Italian, so I can do that. So now I'm working on this living room. It actually turns out that I forget a very important part of the house, which is the living room, which is not the living room, the dining room. So I have to move this entire living room, squeeze it in the entrance that I'm building right now. Yeah, it changes up a lot, this house, because I realize I have no table. So yeah, I had to squeeze the table in. But I'm sorry, because I was so sad, because this entrance looks really nice, but you won't be having this entrance anymore. Very sorry. It actually looks pretty nice, and I was actually very happy with that, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So let's deal with it, everybody. I dealt with it. I felt it inside my heart. My heart sank, so but it's fine. Adding some beautiful carpets for the entrance, because you need one for the entrance. Every Italian house, I think, has one for the entrance, so you can brush up your feet. 1 foot, 2 feet. You can wash your shoes when you come in, so you don't, bring all this fucking dirt inside. But it's fine. And as every Italian house like old styled home has. I want some special places for, some stuff here and there, like that table there with the statue and stuff like that. And okay, talking about this room, this is going to be a nicer living room. It's something that not many houses have, and actually, I think some Italian houses do have this. It's like a living room that it's only for some occasions, and you can't go there usually unless if you want to, clean it from the dust. But you usually use it for when relatives come to visit or something like that. That was the idea about around this room. I know that I have already a living room, but I wanted this older style, more precious, as in stuff that I put in. There is also, as you can see, there is not only very precious stuff. There is this beautiful chimney here, which looks fireplace, which looks very nice. And yeah, I just wanted to give a very nice old look from that is something. Yeah, I saw this kind of room many times. It's not very common in Italy, but we do have it. So that's why I put it in. And I do add a lot of libraries because I grew up like bookcases. Because I grew up in a house full with bookcases, and my grandparents had a lot of bookcases, and all my family actually has a lot of books around the house. So that's the reason there are a lot of books and bookcases and stuff like that. I'm not sure 100% that every houses have this many, but if you ever come to my house and look around, there are a lot of books in my house. I have too many books. So, that's what I wanted to make it look like here as well. And yeah, just filling up the bookcases on top as well, because there's something that my grandmother used to do a lot. If you don't, you will never. But inside in my grandmother's house, there are a lot of vases and flower vases like hanging around on top of the libraries and counters and stuff. So yeah, that's why I put a lot of those in. And here is the first bedroom. As I said, it's very neutral, nothing too stylized, nothing too fancy. It's actually a pretty nice bedroom, and you can use it for kids or teenagers, or it's probably more like a room for the guests, a guest room, something like that. Because it's very, very bland, very cut and clean. It's nice. It's not a bedroom, but it's a bedroom. It's a bedroom, Funny. But yeah, it's just very cut and clean and very polished, very, very finished out. Like easy peasy, nothing too fancy. But I like it. I actually like it. It's very nice. I change up a little bit the colors because I think that in a Sims you're used to trying to match up the objects that you're using. Like if you're using a bookcase and a desk, you want them to match up as in colors. But usually in a house you don't have this kind of matching up that much, at least. For example, if I turn around right now, I'm in my bedroom. My wardrobe is light colored, like wood kinda, and there is a bookcase, as I was saying, that it's not as light, and there are some shelves that are orange, and there is not that matched up. That is something that we used to do in The Sims because it looks nice, but it's not something very typical, at least not in Italy, or in my house at least. I'm basing it off about my house. It's if you're living in Italy and you have all the matched up stuff, it's fine. It looks very nice. I'm very happy for you. So yeah. But I'm very digressing. This is a studio, and it's a studio, so it's filled with stuff. I'm basing this one off again from the studio in my house, which is actually a third bedroom, a little bit smaller than the others too. and we use it for the computer and stuff like that, and it's filled with stuff. So yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Trying to fill up also the walls, because I have a lot of stuff on the walls. Yeah, it's just a normal studio, nothing too fancy. But it actually, in the end, I think it looks pretty nice. And I think it's here that I realized I have no curtains in the house. And if you know something about Italy, is that we love our curtains. And if you don't have curtains, you will have outside of like Venetian stylized. I don't remember how they're called in English, but made of wood, from on the outside. If you don't have the curtains inside, so you still have something to cover up the windows. So yeah. Just what am I doing now? Okay, this little bathroom here, copying it completely. I mean, all the bathrooms are stylized the same way because that's something that you usually do when you're building a house. You don't, create different kind of stuff. Like you don't use different kind of wallpaper or different kind of tiling in the same house for the same room. So, or if you do, it's like the same style. Maybe they change the color. Like my two bathrooms are a little bit different, but the tiling is the same. It just changed the color. So that was the thing that I had in my mind, at least. And this is another bedroom. Again, not stylized, nothing too crazy. It's actually a pretty nice basic bedroom. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy again. It's probably more for like a teen, this bedroom, than for like a guest or something like that. The idea was that the first one, the more whitish one, is more for a kid slash a guest, and the second one is more for like an adult teen. And yeah, if you are right now wondering what I'm doing, as I said, I had to move everything because yeah, I forgot the dinner table, so yeah. But as I was saying, I wanted to say something. If you are American, or I don't know if it's only an American thing or not, but usually in America you have double beds, like big king size beds for one person. But here it's not that usual. You usually have the smaller beds. That's why I'm using the smaller beds in the one person bedrooms, while the bigger bed it's only in the master bedroom upstairs that I still have to build. But yeah. Yeah, I'm just decorating around this room now, putting some other books. Wow, so crazy. Books in the bedroom, which is so crazy. Oh my god. But I think it actually looks nice in the end, so I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I'm happy with the results of this house. It actually looks pretty nice, so I'm pretty happy. What are we supposed to do now? Okay, we have a couple of minutes left, and I think when we are done with these decoration here, we will move to the master bedroom, which is the main big house, like part of the house. Oh yeah, I'm doing another little space here, like the one in the downstairs part with some plants, some decoration here and there, just normal stuff you find around the corridor. Yeah, I'm just rambling now. And I'm trying to decorate every single space because I'm used to seeing a lot of decoration inside houses, so that's something that I wanted to portray in this house as well, since it's an Italian house and I live in Italy. So yeah, I wanted to make it look as similar to what I see usually as possible. So this is the master bedroom, and I'm doing the bathroom right now for the master bedroom. At least the bathroom that is in the same floor of the master bedroom. I don't think it actually is attached to the master bedroom. Like the door, it's from the corridor. Yeah, it's in the corridor, but it's in the same you know, place for the master bedroom. But yeah, so this is the master bed for the parents usually, and it's a pretty basic room, like black and white, basic. But I think in the end it looks very nice. It's not like basic as in the objects inside are basic. They are very decorated, but it's basic as in color scheme. Like, you know, you're seeing what I'm seeing. But yeah, we are almost done with this build. And if you are really enjoying the idea of building Venice in The Sims 4, let me know in the comments and let me know what you want to see next. Next episode it's already recorded, but you know, I still have to do the other houses and everything outside. But if you enjoy it, please let me know in the comments. I really hope that you are liking this series. I actually put a lot of you know, work into it, you know. But really, thank you if you watched until now, and just thank you so much for everything. And please leave a like if you enjoyed, and let me know in the comments what you see, what you want to see, if you would like what you saw, and everything. And subscribe to my channel if you didn't already. And I think it's done. Bye!